Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our current episode of What's Happening Live. We're doing it live. Welcome. My name is Rob Weiner. I'm the Deputy Director of Farmers Alley Theater, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. We've got a few things to talk about because Farmers Alley Theater, even though, of course, we are dark, there's still a lot of things happening, including a very special event that's going on right now, digitally streaming online called By Request. We're going to tell you all about that. And later on, we're going to have a little fun as we create our own cabinet for the United States of Theater. So who would be president, who would be secretary of defense, who would be the attorney general? We're going to discuss this all. And so we're going to want to hear from you, especially during that section. But if you want to join the conversation here on What's Happening Live, and you want to comment below, either on Facebook, make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. We're always reminding everyone to do that. And if you don't remember that, StreamYard.com/Facebook, going right along the bottom there as well. So comment along with us. Give us a wink and a nod, say hi. We're going to be discussing some great moments in Farmers Alley Theater's 12-year history, as well as that fun little United States of Theater cabinet game. So we want to hear from you, and you talk to us, and we'll talk to you. Get that right on the screen there. But I'm not going to do that alone. I've got two esteemed guests who I hope they feel comfortable online in this Farmers Alley Theater at Home series. And they are, of course, our executive director and our artistic director, Adam Weiner and Jeremy Koch.
Hey. Oh.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize we were alive.
Flowing, huh, Jeremy?
What glass is that?
That's 3.
Oh, look out. This will be a fun session.
Heck yeah. How you doing, boys?
Hey, we're doing all right. Getting ready for a coronavirus Thanksgiving.
A very Corona Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm sure that your family, however, I know is, my family is going to be ordering in from Fieldstone Grill. But I bet your family is cooking up a storm, even just for your immediate group there.
I am very lucky to have my wife, Deneen, and my mother-in-law, Kathy, who are excellent cooks. And so we all reap the benefits. So yeah, and they learn from the best. John Muley, may he rest in peace. So yeah, it's a hard one because it's our first Thanksgiving without John, but we're gonna soldier on, and we're at least together, the 5 of us. So that is something.
Any special dishes or traditions? Or one that was come from John's recipe book?
Well, I mean, I have to say that for me personally, I never liked stuffing until I met Deneen. Stuffing for me was always something that I just sort of would like push off the side of the plate when I was a kid. No offense, Grandma and Aunt Sonia. I love you guys. But yeah, John's stuffing was just like, now that's the thing that I look the most forward to. His stuffing is phenomenal, and Deneen and Kathy both know how to make it. So yeah, I guess stuffing is like a really cool thing for me.
All right. Adam, what about you? Got big Thanksgiving plans? We won't be together.
We're going through another Millennium restaurant, Martell's, for our meal.
Well, that's great. I mean, kind of like Farmers Alley Theater doing stuff online and streaming. You've got all these other local, restaurants and businesses that are trying their best to survive any way they can during.
Yeah, I was going to say, you said, we are physically dark, but in the sense of the spirit of Farmers Alley and wanting to pursue the mission of being creative and producing work, I think we're very, very active.
I agree. And one of those ways that we've been active, and I just, want to say grateful and thank you to our supporters and our loyalists who have really done such an amazing job supporting us and keeping us afloat during these difficult times. I know that a lot of our loyalists got a giving letter in the mail a week or so ago. And I know that firsthand that people are responding so positively, and we're ever so grateful to any assistance because supporting arts, especially local arts, in this amazing community has always been such a strength here in Kalamazoo. And we're so grateful. Adam, I don't know if there's anything as far as what you've been seeing, as far as I know you've been talking to a lot of our patrons.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, it's been great catching up. We're, briefly with folks, just kind of touching base with them and letting you know that we're still here and that we have some of these offerings. But everyone is, as you said, so very understanding of the challenges that we in every arts organization faces right now. And like you said, also that they understand that we need support from the community to to keep things going, to keep doing the work that we're doing, because anybody can hibernate. Anybody, and there are many theaters across the country that have chosen to do that, to kind of go into the suspended animation, and that's their choice. And there's many factors that are involved in that. However, I know with Jeremy and myself and you, Rob, we made a point to say that we weren't going to let this shutdown cease our creativity and cease our activity. But we can't do that without support. And I tell you, man, we're getting it. And I'm so pleased.
Yeah, our patrons have really been an unbelievable source of strength and inspiration for us. And if you're out there right now and you want to help Farmers Alley Theater keep the lights on, keep the things that we're going for, keep the what we're doing, you can give us you can text give to 269-230-0001.
It's super easy.
It's really easy. Honestly, there's no donation too small. What we've been able to bring forward as far as our streaming content has been really eye-opening and enlightening. And if you want to give online, also, you can just go to our website at farmersalleytheater.com. There are many ways that you can get donations to Farmers Alley in different venues and in varieties of ways. Jer, is there anything you'd like to speak to as far as how you've reached out to folks or what you've seen?
I feel like, I've been lucky enough to be on sort of the front lines there as far as bringing our patrons, these awesome patrons, some content, with my kids, Jason and Carly, and we did this program called Backyard Broadway, and we would bring musical theater songs to people's backyards or driveways or front lawns, wherever they wanted us to be. We had speakers and microphones, and and people were really grateful just to have some sort of live entertainment. We were socially distanced, of course, and had masks on during setup, and then we sang without the mask, but we were outdoors, and just feeling like we were really a part of that. And we can't bring people to our theater, so we tried to bring the theater to them. And similarly with Lady Lorraine, this was The Conviction of Lady Lorraine, written by and starring Dewandra Nicole Lampkin. This was a way for us we filmed it in Farmers Alley. We couldn't have a live audience, of course, but we were able to film it and bring it to you virtually in the comfort of your own home. And it's scripted, and it felt like a real, it's an actual play. It was a real play that we were bringing to you. So if we want to keep doing things like that, and we've got some other things coming up that we're going to talk about, we need your help. We need your support, because we want to keep bringing those things to you. And we feel like you are, that you want us to keep doing that. I'm getting the sense that there's such loyal people out there saying, we love what you do and we want you to keep doing it.
Yeah, and it really has been, and kudos to you and Jason and Carly. I had a Backyard Broadway scheduled for this afternoon, and for some reason you guys canceled. Something about the weather or whatnot.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I should have just brought a big, huge tent or umbrella or something. I next time.
Well, in that spirit of bringing theater to you, our current streaming offering is a fundraiser called By Request. That's an amazing concert curated by you, our fans, highlights of our first 12 years, some never before seen archival footage, and some new performances that we filmed at Farmers Alley. And I believe we have a trailer for that right now. So Jason, if you want to roll that for us, we can go ahead and take a little sneak peek at By Request. We ask you, our fans, to submit your favorite scenes, performers, and monologues and songs, and you did not disappoint.
By Request, a show tailored by you, our patrons.
It's
some tremendous voiceover work being done.
It's tailored by them. It's tailored
Right.
by the patrons, so everybody should love it, right?
Absolutely. And that just became available to stream this past Thursday, November the 19th, and is continuing to stream through the platform Broadway On Demand through next Sunday, the 29th of November. So tickets for that are on sale now at farmersalleytheater.com, and then you can watch through Broadway On Demand either on your computer, phone, tablet, if you have Roku, Amazon Prime, I'm not Amazon Prime, Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV as well. Jared looks like he's having some technical difficulties, so
Somebody
Adam,
even said, they
Oh.
said the other day, they said, yeah, Jeremy's back. They said, oh, well, I have my computer hooked up directly to my TV screen. So
there you go.
okay. It's that way. So,
we filmed by request some of the sequences a few weeks ago. Yes,
I was just thinking, yes, connect your computer to your screen with an HDMI cable. Someone was calling me about that. Someone I was trying to help somebody. HDMI cable. Got it. Keep going.
So we filmed it a couple of weeks ago, and I know we've got some photos from it, but it was a really unique experience because during this coronavirus, we were all wearing our masks. We all had our temperature checks, before we did this. We all scheduled to make sure they were on at different times.
look at that.
And there
that good-looking guy.
We had some sequences in there. And Carrie Phillips did an amazing job of being sort of our health. Oh God, you're peeking through. Sort of our health consultant there. And Public Media Network. There's a little behind the scenes with Jake and Matt, some of the masters over there, with Kathy overlooking their progress. But it was all safe. It was all with masks. We were bringing in performers, the band, doing as little with our masks off as the performers. It looks like you and Mike rehearsing a scene from.
Dude, that was so cool. Yeah. I'm sorry, and I know you want to talk. We're skipping ahead to every favorite moment, but that's so cool that you guys were able to do this.
Yeah,
I loved it.
We had one.
That's from A Few Good Men, the first show we ever did.
Yeah, we put out a survey to our fans, a couple months ago, and we asked them different questions, and based on those responses, we were able to put the show together. And one of the questions was, what season 1 show would you like to see recreated? And A Few Good Men won that vote. And so to see you, and what was it like for you and Mike to recreate a little Colonel Jessup in the courtroom scene? Could you handle the truth this time, or you still can't handle it?
I think I handled it better somehow. No, it was great. I brought back all those memories, and it's interesting how fast the dialogue came back to me. I didn't think I was going to be able to just sort of jump in there, and yet I did. Yeah, just looking at the script, and it popped right back in.
Well, some of the other surveys, and I would say, if you're interested in who won all the survey questions, you're going to have to watch by request. But some things I really want to note. Whitney, one of our great performers, there she is. We asked, what would you like her to sing from? And I will say that this was decided by 2 votes. Wow. It was that close. And the Trailer Park song won over Should Have Been You. But if you'd like Whitney to sing Jenny's Blues from It Should Have Been You, I'll just reach out to her on Facebook, and she'll probably FaceTime you or something like that. Also, your wife, Jeremy Deneen, also 2 votes.
Wow.
Separated the song that she was going to sing from.
Oh, really?
There were some other winners in there. There's Estefan singing from Camelot. That was one of the numbers that was picked from a classic musical, and we had a kids show as well represented there. So it's really a wonderful look down memory lane. Becky,
thanks, Becky.
3 times.
You watch it 3 times.
And that's great because you can watch it as many times as you want when you order it. So you have all week through at least the 29th, right?
Yeah, so if you're on the fence, if you want to order it now.
Yeah.
Because then you've got the rest of the week. And it really is, especially this time of year when we're used to getting together with our patrons for our cabaret shows, around this time, around the holidays, and we get to see everybody. It's just that warm sort of nostalgic feeling. And I got that feeling watching this by request. And so this is the perfect evening to all of our fans to have an evening in November, start the fire.
Week, yep.
Grab a glass of wine or something. Jeremy will bring you the wine.
Grab a fuzzy friend.
And there are multiple different ticket packages for by request. Of course, you can just buy the show as is. But if you want to buy one of those premium packages, we've got gift bags where we'll deliver them right to your door.
Rob will come to your house. You went to people's houses.
Yes, I did.
Socially distanced.
Stay safe. Yeah.
I went to several people's houses.
Curbside drop-off.
Dropped off some swag bags. And Jer, I know also at the platinum admission, if you really want to donate and give, we've got some really cool professionals who have some sweet offerings. Would you like to mention any of those?
Absolutely. One thing we thought would be really cool, there's sort of a push right now to be able to sort of talk one-on-one with some of your fans, whether it's movie stars or Broadway stars. And we have some friends, Farmers Alley friends who are, professional Broadway type people. And so
they are on those sites too.
They're on those sites, but they have
MBO.
generously donated some time to us. So if you purchase at the premium level, at like the $500 level, you could get one-on-one time with Nat Zagree or Ryan Vasquez from Broadway's Hamilton, Waitress, and Wicked, or David Mayoko, our very own Liberace. And so, you got to check that out. You got to check out all of the meet and greets that are available. Ann Sanders, who is in Broadway's, oh my gosh, a million Broadway shows, King and I, Frozen, Dear Evan Hansen, she's offering a 40-minute voice lesson. So if that's something that interests anyone, you could get a voice lesson from a Broadway star. So you definitely should check those out. It's a way to donate to Farmers Alley and help us to keep doing what we're doing. You get some special perks. You get to watch this awesome show by request, and you get some special perks too that Rob mentioned, the swag bag plus a meet and greet or a voice lesson, whatever you might want.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah. And the people and those who have already purchased have already talked back to us, like Becky, who've really cavelled. I know my dad's like, this should be on
PBS
right after Ken Burns' documentary.
Right.
The team at Public Media Network and Texture House really did a wonderful job editing. There's our phenomenal behind the scenes.
A lot of familiar faces on that page for Farmers.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
And just a really full experience. I mean, I want to say it's like 85, 90 minutes, no intermission.
Mm-hmm.
But of course you can, like Adam said, you can pause it, come back to it anytime you want to it. If you want to skip over Jeremy's part,
exactly. Like if you see me, hit that 30-second narration button or just do that.
And thanks to our corporate sponsor, Sanford Financial.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, Sanford Advisory has been just a tremendous sponsor for us through Farmers Alley's history.
And they usually do the December show, and they invite all the people. Yeah, it's just
we love Todd. Todd's great.
And speaking of December, by request, I'm not going to stop selling you on that. But we have another offering coming down the pipes in a very similar way, and that's our holiday offering called Home for the Holidays. It's going to premiere on December the 12th on Broadway On Demand. And Jeremy, I know you're sort of full throttle working on that right now. So are we over here filming some stuff. I know that these new coronavirus restrictions sort of didn't altered perhaps how we're filming some of this, but I'm really excited about the talent that you were able to round up for that one. I want you to speak to that as well.
Thrilled. Yes. So we were planning to film in our theater in Farmers Alley with no audience, of course. But that didn't work out with the fact that, Kalamazoo is kind of a hotspot right now for COVID. So everything's coming from our friends and families' living rooms. And really excited, we're featuring we're trying to talk about home, like Kalamazoo's our home city, Farmers Alley's our artistic home, and talking about some of the organizations here in town and featuring them a little bit. You'll see members of organizations like the KSO, K College, Western, the Civic, so some little features there. But then the other thing that we're doing that I'm really excited about is featuring homegrown talent. There are a lot of super talented people. I mentioned Nat Zagree earlier. You'll see a little bit of him, but some other homegrown talents that have moved on and that we're featuring. Jariah Kwame.
Can I just say something about Jariah really quick?
Yes.
this is a little bit of a tangent.
Yes.
But I was following him on Twitter, and he posted something the other night that was like, "Come play Among Us with me." And if you don't know what Among Us is, it's kind of like the hottest video game that's out there that all of the middle school kids are playing. Anyway, I play it too.
Middle school kids and you.
Jason plays it too.
But Jiraiya put on a tweet. I was like, "Oh, cool, Jiraiya's playing." And like, he has this intense following. And they're like, "Oh my God, Jiraiya, I can't believe I'm playing with you. Oh my God." And I'm like,
Really?
"Oh, this is just cool Jiraiya from, Loy Norix, who I've known for years and years now." But
Yeah.
he is really something and a crazy talent. Also, won a Wild Award for Best Supporting Actor in Avenue Q last summer. So,
well, not only is he an amazing performer, he's also an up-and-coming songwriter. He's getting a lot of attention for his songs that he's written, competitions and songbooks. I don't even know all of what they are, but I know that he's really kind of blowing up. He wrote us an original song called Candy Cane Lane. Wow. And if you want to hear it, you have to buy a ticket to Home for the Holidays. We have other homegrown talents like Annika Garcia de Graaf and Natalie Duncan and Andrea Arvanigian. So just really excited to show off some of the people that grew up here in the Kalamazoo Portage area.
That's awesome. So Home for the Holidays premieres on December 12th, and By Request is going on right now. If you're on the fence at all about By Request, well, then maybe this next video will help get you off the fence.
Oh, yeah.
This is from the closer of the show, which was Light from Next to Normal. And we had an amazing array of talent work on that number. And Jason, if you have that video, this is Light from Next to Normal from By Request.
When we open up our eyes, sons and daughters, husbands, wives, and fight that fight.
It's so cool.
That was awesome. Shout out to our friends Tony Mitchell and Paul Shadig from Texture House, who worked really hard putting that together.
Feels so hip. We need to go viral.
And
I hope it does go viral.
It's super easy to splice 20 different people into one song to make it sound like a choral sound. No, I'm kidding. It's very difficult. And like Jeremy said, Texture House did an amazing job. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's Deneen Muley-Koch.
Hey there.
Hello. Hi.
She
How
magically
are you?
appeared here in my studio office.
I'm okay. I'm not sure which camera I'm looking at, though. Am I looking up there?
I know,
hello.
it's always difficult.
Jeremy has all this fancy setup here.
This is a real Jim and Pam from The Office moment when you're wearing the earbuds here.
Yes, we're goofy.
Well, I'm so thankful that you're joining us, Deneen, because that's all well and good. By Request, Home for the Holidays, please get a ticket. But right now, speaking of Light, supposedly there's going to be a transition into a Joe Biden presidency.
Supposedly.
There will be.
The news is that he's putting together his cabinet right now. And he's going to announce it on Tuesday. So I thought it would be a fun little exercise if we created the United States of Theater and had either characters or people. Most of my suggestions, I think all of them are characters. But if there was a cabinet and a president of theater, who would they be? So we're going to start right at the top. And I think Adam and Jeremy and Deneen worked on their answers together. And then we'll sort of talk these through and see what works here. So the president, who would you cast your ballot for president of the United States of Theater? Adam, what did you get? What did you
Oh gosh. Okay. Hear me out.
Oh boy.
He's a Republican, but he's an old-timey Republican, and he works with Democrats, and we see it. Oliver Warbucks. Okay.
Oh,
President.
Okay.
All right. He's got a self-made, millionaire, right?
the
In today's dollars,
billionaire.
probably a billionaire.
Yeah. And I think he's got he's got some issues, but I think the rest of the cabinet can pull him where he needs to go. And he's, strength. He's a leader.
Yeah,
and he likes little kids. So
he's got a heart. He's got heart.
That's right.
That's a good answer. Deneen and Jeremy, did you have an answer?
We didn't really work together on this. This was one that I came up with on my own because I think it's time for a woman of color to be the president of the United States. And so I went with Dorothy from The Wiz, whether it's Stephanie Mills or Diana Ross, because I felt like she's smart enough to outsmart a wizard, tenacious enough to defeat a wicked witch, and wise enough to help her friends realize that they had everything they were looking for all along deep inside them and lead them down the path of the Yellow Brick Road. Dorothy from The Wiz.
All right. We may see a woman of color be president sooner than you know. For my president, I don't know why I picked this, but I picked the Phantom of the Opera. And because he's universally...
He hides in the basement.
There you go.
So we're used to it.
It's just like, he's been doing it for 35 years now. It's like, he's not going to shake things up. You know what you're getting with the Phantom of the Opera when you go see it. You get the highlights. It's not all great, but, I think I think you could do a good job. It's
like, man, if the president really doesn't do anything, then yeah, the Phantom, you can go write his stuff over there.
He's a little elusive. Did you think of anyone when you were...
I hadn't until just this minute. I thought Eva Perón, but she's a real person, so I don't know if that counts.
Well, she was my Veep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the people loved her. The bureaucracy didn't, but the people loved her. She fought for them, and she was, she might have gone about things in a weird way, but she was strong and she cared for the right reasons.
If you're out there watching, you have an idea for who should be president, drop it in the comments below, and we'll see. What do we think here, guys? I like Jeremy's answer because he obviously put some thought into it there, and she's wise and brave and everything like that.
Are we voting for everybody? We're voting?
I don't know. We're just...
All right, I know.
Sure. All right.
All good answers.
Woo, Dorothy Gale.
Vice president. All right, here was my thought on vice president. And this was a real person, but so I wanted someone with a little experience because I had Phantom as my president. And so I want someone who knows the system and who can work for the people, and he can open his mind and change his mind. And that's Governor Slayton from Parade. And, he helps Lucille and Leo get, he really looks out for the case. And it would have worked out for Leo too if it had worked a little quicker. But I don't know. I just wanted a government guy in there with the Phantom.
Okay.
It's a little obscure, but I'll allow it. I went with Jean Valjean. Brave, dedicated, and noble. But I also had Lucille Frank as my second choice.
So okay. Gail and Valjean, that's your ticket.
Yes.
You got Gail and Valjean. You got what? Wait, what, Rob?
I have Phantom Slayton.
Phantom Slayton, and I am. Well, I had Eva Perón, but then I forget. She can't. I don't know. She doesn't have. I don't know. Maybe she does have the humanity gene. I had Elphaba too, or Elphaba.
Elphaba.
Can she can speak for underrepresented areas of society as well.
Kathleen says the worst thing he did was steal some candlesticks. Bring him home.
Well, then he's probably the cleanest
scandal, though.
in history.
Stole the bread. I thought of Elphaba, but then I realized that she sort of leaves at the end. Doesn't she sort of skirt her responsibilities and just leave for love or something lame like that?
She's vice president.
Yeah, she
don't have to worry about it. She's there for
what do you think?
I think Lucille Frank would be a great vice president.
All right.
She got political for the sake of her husband and beat the system, until it...
Dedicated, loyal. I like it.
But she's also a real person.
Yeah, a real grassroots type.
Who's next?
Attorney General.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
You got it, Adam?
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead.
Elle Woods, Legally Blonde.
Yeah, that's the obvious choice. Rob, I have two choices. First, what do you think of Luther Rosser?
Well, we're really going in on Parade tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, really.
Rob's character.
Sorry, Rob.
Your lawyer's here, Leo.
Luther Rosser is Leo Frank's lawyer in Parade that I played all the way back in our second season, and I would say that's a terrible idea because he got Leo. He did a terrible job representing Leo Frank, got him sentenced to death.
Okay. Well, I have a much better choice then from our first season, Daniel Caffey.
Attorney General. There you go.
Attorney General Dan Caffey.
Good.
Right here, baby.
He could be
Joe Galloway.
president.
Attorney General Joe Galloway.
Joe Galloway.
We also have Atticus Finch and Joanne from Rent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Did we? Oh, what? We're just.
Wear Doc Martens wherever she wants.
I vote for Dan Caffey.
Wait, we're just skirting past Billy Flynn.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's smarmy.
He's kind of smarmy.
I object.
I think Al Woods is the clear winner here.
Yeah, that's fine. So Becky agrees.
I mean, It's not really a theater because it's a movie, but neither is.
Well, The Wiz and the Wizard of Oz. And all that
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, fine. Al Woods.
Next.
Secretary of Agriculture.
Okay,
I got it.
I've got it.
Oh.
You got it? You
Adam, go.
the same one I got? Let's see. Go for it.
Dickon
You want me to go?
from
I got
Secret
Charlie
Garden.
Anderson from Shenandoah.
Oh, that's good.
Dickens.
Dickon from Secret Garden.
That's good.
Nice.
Deneen
Charlie Anderson from Shenandoah, he's that Civil War. He owns the plantation, the land. He knows the land.
That's problematic. I had Aunt Eller.
Oh, we mentioned Aunt Eller because she churns butter.
Yeah, she churns butter. She's really good at making the farmer and the cowman friends, you know?
Yeah.
Todd Tuchek says Bird Woman from Mary Poppins.
Oh, there you go. Tuppence a bag.
Oh.
I like Dickon. I think that's a good one, Jared.
Yeah.
Anthony.
I had Mary Lennox, but then Deneen said, no, make it Dickon. So I went with my wife.
Good.
Smart man there, too, aside with Deneen.
I don't know. Why are you not going for the woman?
Oh, I also had Seymour Krelborn.
Binders full of women.
Oh, see, binders of women.
I had
Remember when
Seymour
that was?
Krelborn.
Remember when that was like the worst thing anybody said?
Yeah.
Seymour Krelborn,
Binders.
that would be a good one.
Seymour Krelborn, I mean, he dies, but
He gets eaten.
Yeah.
while he was alive, he was pretty good.
He's got some moral quandaries to face before he steps into office.
He does.
All right, moving on. The Secretary of Defense.
I like this one.
I've got it.
Oh,
Yeah, you got.
all right, Jerry, what do you got?
Real name Percy Blakeney, a.k.a. the Scarlet Pimpernel. He goes undercover to save innocent lives from the guillotine. He leads a band of swashbucklers, and he gets the girl in the end.
Yeah, but does he?
The Secretary of Defense has to get the girl.
Yeah.
I have somebody with actual military experience.
Who?
Luther Billis in the South Pacific.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, Carl Magnus.
Okay.
He's got that great tattoo on his stomach.
I took defense to mean something a little different. So my Secretary of Defense is Troy Bolton from High School Musical because he plays great defense on the basketball court.
William the Refrigerator Perry.
Zac Efron, super likable. I like that one.
I also had Lancelot, Annie Oakley, and Inspector Javert.
Oh, all good choices.
Who do we want? Who do we like?
Javert would take things a bit too far.
That's what I said.
Yeah. All right, viewers, what do you think? Put your answers in the
I
comments.
like Luther Billis. That's a good one.
All right.
All right,
Billis.
Next, we have Secretary of Commerce.
He's sexist, though. Luther Billis, he's sexist.
Secretary of Commerce.
Commerce.
For my choice on this one, I went with Benny from Rent because he's really into businesses and coming and going. I think he's got a good plan with cyber arts. I know Adam thinks so too. And
The hero of the musical.
But maybe we'll get into Benny from Rent later this month if we talk about the musical movie version of Rent for our December episode. So keep your eyes out for that as well. Adam, who did you have for your Secretary of Commerce?
I got Secretary of Commerce. I have Harold Hill, the Music Man himself. You know, you can't have all Boy Scouts in your cabinet.
That's right.
Some nefarious folks, but he gets people really excited, and he knows how to work the markets, and that's what I thought commerce was. So I don't know.
I went with someone from another show with a character named Benny, but a different show. I went with Usnavi from In the Heights, a true representative of the American dream, an immigrant who opens a bodega and would understand the needs of other small businesses. Honorable mention, Tata from Ragtime, see above.
I like how Jeremy has like a long line for all of his people.
Yeah, Jeremy.
I don't know, Troy from High School Musical.
Yeah, he made an argument.
I put time into this, man. I'm dedicated.
J. Pierpont Finch. He has a book.
Oh, That's a
He
good
has a
one.
book.
He knows how to succeed.
without
Okay.
really trying.
Moving on. Secretary of Education. I mean, it will be really sad to see the current one go, but Secretary of Education, Deneen and Jeremy. Did you have a consensus on that? Because I know
Yeah, he did this without me.
I put Tom Collins from Rent. He is a professor at NYU.
Oh, Rent.
Honorable mention Henry Higgins from My Fair Lady.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
If he can teach Eliza, he could teach anybody.
The ultimate professor in musical theater. It's other than Harold Hill, I would think, would be
Professor Henry Higgins.
I don't know. My choice, I like Professor Henry Higgins, obviously near and dear to my heart. But I went with another classic musical character, Anna Lee Owens from The King and I. And
Getting to know you.
She's good at teaching all the little ones.
I have her as my Secretary of State.
Fun fact.
He's traveling and
that's
representing.
Fun fact, friend of Farmers Alley Theater that I mentioned earlier, Ann Sanders, first Asian American actress to play that role on Broadway.
I know. Anne is amazing. I also had Miss Honey from Matilda because I think she does a good job of connecting with her students.
Yes, good one.
That's true.
We could have gone with
well, it's not really. I mean, School of Rock.
you know
Jane Eyre.
You know what we could do? We could go the other way with like teaching street smarts and go with like Fagin.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean,
teacher in his own
street
way.
smarts counts too, right?
Yeah, but he smells.
Got to pick a pocket or two, boys.
Got an interesting system. It's not charter schools, but it's like that.
You take class trips to the dirty streets of London, get real hands-on experience.
Real hands-on skills that you can use for your whole life.
Okay. Secretary
like
of
this one.
Energy.
Okay.
Secretary of Energy. Now, I thought I had a different thought of energy, and for some reason, I just kept thinking about our energetic production of the Curious Incident of the dog in the nighttime, and that's why I had Christopher from Curious Incident, because I just remember how energetic that Troy and how sweaty he was at the end of that show. No, strike that. How sweaty he was 15 minutes into the show. And I just know that takes a lot of energy. And also, Christopher, I think, would be very good at solving any sort of equations, math, and science that has to do with any sort of energy.
I like it. I like it.
As appropriate as our current Secretary of Energy is to the position, I went the same way. Velma Kelly, because she's got a lot of pizzazz and energy.
I went more green. I went with Agwe from Once on This Island because
Water power.
water power. He could send the rains and we could get rid of our reliance on coal and gas and oil. With honorable mention, Mama Rose from Gypsy because she's full of energy and hot air and wind, the wind energy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't get me started on windmills, Jer. Don't get me started on windmills.
Don Quixote, tilting at windmills. Got it.
All right. How about the Secretary of Interior, Adam?
I don't. I wanted. I had actually Usnavi in this role because he knows of the big cities, but he also has the dream of going to the island and to more rural areas. So,
well, you didn't do it because interior, like in the heights, he's in interior. Is that why?
That's right. Yeah. No.
I had Mary Poppins, just because I thought she would really. I don't know what the Secretary of Interior does. I assume they probably like clean the White House. So I thought that she would be really good at tidying up the White House.
Wait, Jeremy, what is the Secretary of Interior? I should have probably looked up what it actually does. It's the parks and
natural resources, parks and land. And so I put I thought of parks and I thought Sunday in the Park with George. So George Surratt. Honorable mention Pocahontas, which isn't a Broadway musical, but it probably should be someone Native American.
Mother from Ragtime.
Okay.
She knows the interior.
She tends to her garden and finds children.
I'm crouching and my legs hurt.
Lotus
Are we doing
No.
like all of them? Are we doing last one? Okay.
Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Okay. I have a part that I played at Farmers Alley Theater.
Yes.
Dr. Madden from Next to Normal. No. Honorable mention Doc from West Side Story. Honorable mention Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror. Oh, and honorable mention Dr. Frankenstein from.
That's the one I was thinking of for energy. It was Frankenstein.
from
All
Young
right.
Frankenstein. Great, go.
Oh, I totally thought you were going to say another role you played at Farmers Alley, which was Bobby Strong from Urinetown.
Oh, yeah, that would work.
He knows he wants clean water for everyone.
It's a privilege to pee.
I wasn't really sure, so I just thought of someone who had a lot of humanity to him, and that was Elder Price from the Book of Mormon. And I think he just has a disposition. If he was telling us stuff about coronavirus, maybe we would listen to him more. I don't know, but he believes really hard.
He does, and you need that. I have one
more.
more.
I had one more.
Okay, I have one more too.
Okay, Secretary of Transportation would be my character Norbert from the Great American Trailer Park musical because he's a toll booth collector.
I like it, and I think Secretary of Labor should be Che Guevara from Evita, a man of the people.
I don't think a lot of people would like that.
Well, that was fun. I hope you all had fun.
That was something.
I'm going to go ahead and go back to my comfortable chair.
Thanks for crouching by with us. And Deneen, as I said earlier, Deneen sings this beautiful song from The Secret Garden in By Request, and that section alone to me was worth the price of a ticket. Well, that's what we're going to close with, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for stopping by with us this evening.
Yeah.
If you haven't purchased a ticket for By Request yet, I want to please encourage you to do so. It's a tremendous way to help out the theater and to have an amazing, warm evening of entertainment right in the comfort of your own home. Some great performers, some great local talent, some great out-of-towners who have generously given their time. And that's what makes it so rewarding for all of us, I know, is that folks that have come in from out of town. I mean, obviously, we love the Kalamazoo community so much. Couldn't do anything without you. But because the Kalamazoo community is so warm and inviting, all of these professionals who've come from New York or Chicago or LA or wherever across the country, don't hesitate when we call them up or text them.
We ask them for favors.
And they love doing these things for you, for our audience. And so we're so appreciative to all the talent involved there. Again, you can go to farmersalleytheater.com and buy your ticket to By Request. And if you can try to beat Becky's record, watch it more than 3 times by the end of Sunday, that's going to be streaming through November the 29th. So after you fill up on your turkey and pumpkin pie or anything, you can sit down in front of the TV and watch this great evening. Not just songs, but also some scenes from some great shows. I know detail.
The archival footage alone, Rob. I mean, you know how special that is. The stuff that nobody sees ever, and you get to see stuff from our very first season and from the I mean, the Escanaba. It's, trust me, I don't want to.
I don't want to give everything away, but we've got clips from some of our. And on that survey, we asked people what their favorite all-time Farmers Alley Theater production, and it was so varied. But some of those shows that people mentioned, like Cabaret, like Next to Normal, like Escanaba in the Moonlight, like The Producers. We've got some really cool behind-the-scenes and never-before-seen footage on some of those shows as well. So really check that out if you're interested at all. Then Home for the Holidays comes out in a few weeks on December the 12th. And
you can also get your tickets at farmersalleytheater.com for that show as well. And
you can purchase tickets for that as well. And if you want to continue to help support Farmers Alley Theater, you can text GIVE again to that number 269-230-0001. Or, of course, you can find us through our website or at farmersalleytheater.online/give. All those artists that we mentioned that have helped bring us together, our band, our technical crew, that's basically who we're helping support at this time, because artists, not just the performers, but the technicians, the musicians, are all affected by coronavirus. And as I said before, there's no amount too small. And I mean, these faces that we were scrolling through here, we're so thankful and grateful to them and to you, our loyal supporters. But for Adam Weiner and Jeremy Koch, guys, any last words before we sign off here before Thanksgiving?
Oh, man. What am I going to do with these kids all week? Can't take him to movies.
Luckily, you've got
have to, you have to
Netflix.
sit them down and make them watch the Detroit Lions.
That's right.
Just kidding.
Learn how to be a graceful loser.
To that.
I'm just grateful to everyone watching, to everyone that's been supporting us. I feel like right now the world needs a little more love and light and peace and harmony. I feel like we're trying to bring that to people. And so if you appreciate that, and we think you do, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting us. And there'll be more to come. We've got some things coming up in January, February too, in 2021. So keep your eyes and ears out for that too.
Yeah, we hope to see you at the theater live and in person soon. But until then, we'll be here online and staying connected to you as best we can. I want to thank our producer for this event tonight, Mr. Jason Koch, who's working upstairs there and pressing the buttons, making the magic happen. Adam, Jeremy, thank you. And lastly, thank you all for watching What's Happening Live. And we will see you virtually at the theater. Take care.
Peace.